background. Mess. There we are. Flaming soccer cards. Lava. That's the same one where I pulled that Messi. I'm assuming it's an uncorrected error. I got started this and should have been a little better prepared. This one. You got this because that Messi's gone. I'm going to put that Messi in that. How's everybody's day going? Super Bowl tomorrow. Fox is kind of coming in, so I may actually watch part of it. But very likely I won't watch any of it. I just don't give a damn about football. I really don't. Not anything new, anyway. It's all, those are kind of busted up. If they banned the sport, I wouldn't care. I have no longer any interest in football whatsoever. Oh, then why are you opening soccer cards? Ha, ha, ha. You know what I mean. Football, NFL, I could care less. Modern sports kind of, aside from like soccer, F1, the stuff people don't watch in the U.S. Otherwise, it's just no interest, really. And I never was actually a very large watcher of sports anyway. Turn that heater on. Now, I sorted this the other day in a live. Excuse me. I didn't make it public. I might later on down the road. I don't know. But anyway, Super Bowl, Eagles and Chiefs. I'd like the Chiefs to win, especially if Henne gets to play. His rookie year was 2009, I think. Let him in there. Have him win it. Otherwise, I don't really care. I don't think anyone that I know is going to, well, if any of you watch Mitch Kufsovsky or something like that, he will probably be covering it. Who's that? God is great. Hey, good morning in Japan. How was your day? Did you hear about the Chinese spy balloons flying over the U.S.? It's crazy. They got the balloons flying over. They shot it down a little while ago over the Carolina or off the Carolina coast. Oh, there's nothing really to see. I'm just leaving them. Hi, Jay. How's it going? Jay, anyway, we shot down at least one balloon. Do they bother you guys like that all the time? Yeah, the Chinese have been flying spy balloons over the U.S. Jay. He lives in Canada. They don't get news up there. They just get hockey. No, it was white balloon. Supposed weather balloon. But God is great. It's from Japan, and I was just wondering if they bother him or if China bothers them as much as they're bothering us lately. Yeah, I don't get to see any of that stuff, Jay. I don't have TV. Everything in the United States is on cable, and if you don't have cable or satellite, you don't really get to watch anything. Are you in China, Jay? Because the balloon went over Canada as well. Yeah, I see the China. The thing is, back in '49, the Communist Party took over in China. They used to be completely different. There are very few great countries in the U.S., and China seems to be harassing them. Well, you know how Japan has changed since the '40s. It's basically in a way, West U.S. Same with Philippines, Guam. See, they flew over Alaska, and then it would have taken a trip over Canada, then went over Montana, which has a large nuclear field, bunch of silos, underground silos. And then I would assume took across Wyoming and Nebraska. Nebraska is the very first place to get hit, basically, if there's a nuclear war. It's called a nuclear sponge. We're supposed to absorb the first hit, the first strike, however you want to say it. And then in the second round, yeah, should have tried to capture the balloon if that was possible. Capture the thing. Yes, I'm in the middle of Nebraska, Jay. So it'll get hot all around where I'm at. Real hot. Actually, hold on. I'll show you guys this. I got this yesterday. Mail day from Memphis, Tennessee. This is just down the road. Not Memphis, but you'll see. You look at it and it's like, well, what's that, right? U.S. bombers hit Tarnov, Nebraska. You've seen that place in my videos. Tarnov, Nebraska. But they were practice bombs dropped by mistake and no one was hurt, although the Joe Caesar home above got torn up a bit and the neighbors, all 70 people who populate the town, gathered around to examine the damage. Army officials did not disclose where the planes came from, but said they apparently overshot a bombing range. 8/17/43. Your credit line must read Acme. Oh, that was pretty neat. That is the original wire photo. One of these times when it gets warmer, I'll go by the place. Yeah, so Nebraska got bombed during World War II. Yeah, it's just down the road. It's probably like 10-minute drive, 15, 20-minute drive. Like I said, I've got videos of Tarnov on my channel. I actually have people that I need to do a video for of the cemetery up there from Tarnow, Poland. They had family members that moved there, and I was going to show them their family's headstone. You know, they'd never been here. I should go in that museum they got there, Historical Society, whatever you want to call it. Yeah, actually, this area. Hold on a second. Madel, watch out. This area of the country has quite a bit of World War II history in it. Famous people or generals and things like that. Higgins boats. The D-Day boats were built here. You've seen that building that survived the nuclear tests. Marner is good. I like Marner. He's a good player. Personally, I think he's better than somebody else on the team. That's just opinion. I could be completely wrong. But I don't know. Just something tells me he's better. You know, the Coyotes passed on Marner back in, what was it, 2014 or 2015? Hey, Zach, how's it going? We're just talking about World War II and bombs and everything else. Did you hear about the balloons? Hey, you were talking about your eyes being bad. What happened to your eyes? Did you have surgery on them or something? I was in Callie's stream last night. I just did in and out of the room. I just happened to hear you say that, and then I got off the stream. Oh, skin cancers was just on your face, right? And then not your eyes. Oh, I might have a big Georgia autograph coming. I'll know in a few hours. I'm going to have to use some sunflowers to make some skin cream. Or, you know what, the stuff they put on so you don't get the sun. At least they're catching it and cutting it off. Or able to cut it out, you know, or burn it out. And you got to be careful in that stuff. I'm glad you're safe. Hey, did you guys see the Messi error I pulled? Sunscreen, yeah, that's the word I'm thinking of, sunscreen. Oh man, it's getting blurry. And part of that is Maudell is moving the table. She's underneath here. I pulled, because you know, Tops, right? And there's Chrome previews in here that say Tops Chrome. You'll see it here in a little bit. That's what this is for. See, I opened these the other day. But the Messi doesn't say Tops Chrome on it. I think it's an uncorrected error, though. So who's going to win the Super Bowl? I'm hoping Chiefs if Henny plays, because he was a rookie back in 08. I mean, if he doesn't play, then no, whatever. I don't care. But say Mahomes gets injured and Henny comes in and wins the game, I'd like to see that. Okay, now you're going to see the Messi. Like I said, you've seen these all have tops, and the chrome previews have tops chrome on it. See? No tops chrome. Unfortunately, all the ones on eBay are that way, so it's either uncorrected, which is probably the most likely, or it's the most common version. But still, it's an error. I will save these little bags because they fit right back in them. It's like a $20, $30 car. Oh boy. It's like a $20, $30 card. Nothing too large. Oh, yeah, you're a Leafs fan. Hold on. I don't know. You heard of this guy? As you can tell by the type of pen, that's really old. There you go. And here's a Gary Sabourin also. Yeah, that's old, isn't it? Those gold pens like that. That was a long time ago. I paid I think it was $12.99 for the Bauer and $6.99 for the Sabourin. The great and mighty Slapnuts. How's it going? He slapped the nuts, then it got messy. We're just showing that messy auto. Thanks for stopping in. What do we got to show? What do we got to show him that he hasn't seen? Something new, something different. You did miss the picture of the house that got bombed. Maybe I can show that after I get these sleeved. So who's your pick for the Super Bowl? $8 p.m. Eastern. Oh, I'll watch it for sure. And if it's that good, I might just make a video about it. Washington Cosmonauts. Kosmonautsky of Chevity. Cosmonaut. I'd almost rather prefer that as a name for the Commanders than the Commanders. or even the Cleveland Guardians. We're gonna call them the Cosmonauts. Shit. You know. Oh, wait a minute. Seeing as how we're talking about cosmonauts and Russians and bombs and everything. From Bakersfield, California, 2021 Topps Chrome Formula One, gold refractor, 50 of 50 parallel, Nikita Mazepin. Italy tried seizing his dad's yachts, and they went missing. His dad is friends with Putin. So actually, he got kicked out of Formula One because his dad knows Putin. Uh, 8:30 Eastern or Western or Eastern or Western. What the fuck? Or Central. Well, I'll try both. Jay. Eastern or Western. But yeah, isn't that ridiculous? This guy is not allowed to play sports or drive Formula One because of that. That's not right. I've got an autographed photo in 2014. Pro Star C. Right. It's ridiculous. I got, coming from Germany, a photo. See, this guy used to race go-karts in 2014 because he's only like 23 now. Well, anyway, it's an autographed picture of him racing go-karts. I just think it's cool. It's like the Tony Kart League or something like that. So, hell yeah, I jumped all over that card or photo. It says 15 by 20, but I'm assuming that's not going to be like a large photo, but some sort of foreign measurements. But still, that's cool. You know, I mean, how many people are going to have those? In fact, he's suing, in the process of suing whoever he's got to for Formula One for being kicked out, because that's not right. I mean, he didn't, it's just a kid. He didn't do nothing. Alan Prost. Is that a hard one to find? Because I can keep an eye out if you're looking for it. Oops. Shit. Hold on. Where'd that go? I just dropped a penny sleeve. It just freaking vanished. Where's it at? Get another one. No, I see it. Gil Villanueva. Need to get a Slapnuts racing team. Do I have Ayrton Senna? I have a Senna, but I don't know who or what. Is it soccer? I think I have. It would have been. Have you guys? Have you guys seen Steve Aoki cards? Who's that? Hey, Kelly, how's it going? Thanks for stopping in. Got everybody in here tonight. Steve Aoki, Topps Chrome Soccer. Rob had had 2 boxes of Top Notch Phoenix breaks. Those things are neat. It's shiny chromy. I don't mind shiny chromy so much for like soccer or racing because it's kind of a flashy kind of deal, but otherwise, Brazil F1. I do have that name for something, but it probably isn't for F1. Then I'm not sure. Uh-oh, blurry again. One name to get that a person should try to get. Mario Andretti has autograph cards in Ginner. Person should snatch those up. Ginner's got all kinds of good stuff. I like the non-sport or the non-baseball kind of stuff out of it. The rarest thing I've got on there, or the oddest, I would say, would be the Phoenix relic. Then Brooke Hogan, I got one of her. I want to get the U.S. map. Have you guys ever seen that? Where it's got the dirt from whatever state in the card. Those cards, it just looks like the U.S. And it's got dirt. Some of them are like multiple states together. But there's only 50 of each. It's really difficult to pull off. It's in a box with about, I don't know how many other. I can find it. I have the Wood 101. I might have another 101 of her also. It's either that or a 1 of 5. Like the red or bazooka back or something. I might have a 101 of Denise Austin too. Not positive on that one. I got a 101 of somebody else. And the Ginner stuff is quite a bit. Stuff that I got of that. Where is that box? That box, I know where that box is. That box will take about half an hour to get to, but I'll get to it. If not, if I don't get to it during the stream, I'll post a short of it. One other thing a person might want to get, because while he's still alive, 1981 Donruss Golf. That's a Jack Nicklaus rookie card in there, or considered a rookie card, and it might be something worth getting. Well, it's rather affordable because he's getting up there in age. Yeah, I think you can probably compile the set for $20 to $50. I bought 6 out of the set just the other day for it was like $1 with free shipping or something like that. Hold on, let me see. I've got boxes and totes like 6 foot high over here full of cards. I will see. Oh, thanks for stopping in. Slap Nutsificational Services provided by the United States of America in Canada. Yeah, it's going to take me a while to get to that box. I know exactly where it's at. And yeah, I'll get a short of it made. Otherwise, you'd have to watch like a 30-minute video that I've already have up. Because I've got like around 100 or more Ginter relics. Oh, thanks for stopping in, Jay. Let's see. Yeah, it's in. And another, at least in my opinion, thing people should get is you could get the sheet with Derek Jeter's Topps rookie card on it for like $20. If you took, and maybe it's more difficult to get a somebody to cut it properly, but like a 10 of that is like $100,000 or whatever the hell that people ask for it on eBay. But you can get the thing in a full sheet for $20. Well, I don't know where I got an Aaron Judge rookie auto that I haven't been able to find since he started hitting home runs. I don't know where that is. And nobody comes in the house. So, I mean, it's in the house somewhere. All full. There is a card. It's a the Cracker Jack was a 1914 Cracker Jack of 3-finger Mordecai Brown. It's probably still on eBay. And it's beat up. I mean, there's holes in it and everything. It's been missing here for a couple years. There's one on eBay, graded by SGC, same grade, looks exactly the same with the same hole through the card in another state. So I don't know if I don't know. But there's no way that somebody could duplicate that card because of the wear. I mean, part of the card wasn't even there. But yeah, like that that Judge, it's a 2013. I paid $100 for it. Yeah, I had that card. And as far as I've even contacted the guy and said, hey, that's my card. Oh, well, I bought it out of somebody, and he told me where he bought it. He bought it out of someone out of Kansas. Well, I don't know how somebody from Kansas would have it. The only person that's been in this house in the past 10 years, maybe more than that, possibly even, is my mom. Now she would sell it. She would take it and sell it. That's one thing about her. She stole quite a bit from me. So there is that possibility. I'm also missing an Ernie Banks rookie that was graded. I might have a book because I write down all the numbers, like the serial numbers, everything of these cards. I'd have to go through it, and truthfully, it ain't worth the time it would take. I don't have millions of cards like Boomslang, but I've got. Okay, just in the living room, I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 totes for sure. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Probably like 20 boxes and some safes just of cards and autographed jerseys. And then that base. Did you see that base that I got with 30 signatures on it? Actually, 10 totes. There's another one sitting on top of that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 totes. 12. Yeah, I keep counting. I'll just keep counting. That's just my living room. Well, the plan is, because I do have some kind of cool stuff. Oh, shit. Hold on. I'll show you that base, or at least part of it. Let me get these soccer cards out of the way. It don't really fit on screen, but you'll get to see part of it. Oh, table's not level. I just threw a card table up. Everything's sliding around. Okay, there's that. So who's your favorite old-time baseball player? He might be on that. Get that out of the way. This box has game used, pre-game used hockey jersey. Get to the base.
Da 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 da. No travel.
Okay. Now this is JSA, and they say that some of them are not authenticated on here, but like half of them are. So basically, it's stuff in person, and people in person sign differently when they're not in a rush. And if you're signing this, you're probably not in a rush. You're looking at it more than you are signing it. Oops. So like, there's the JSA certification signed and everything. That's the letter of authenticity that comes with it. Yeah, Pete Rose, Duke Snyder, Bill Varden. We got Carl Erskine. I've got his rookie card on the way. He's 96. Still alive. I've got his rookie autograph. Preacher Rowe. Cleet Boyer. Bill Mazeroski. So, yeah, I mean, Maury Wills. There's another one. Yeah, and you just... Oh, shit. I got to plug this in. Hold on. I'm using my phone. It's like on its last leg of battery. I forgot to plug it in. Okay. Yeah, so when I get everything set up and going, I mean, my stuff's going to be kind of more like a museum. There is something of Pete Rose, like a complete uniform of Pete Rose that I'm looking at that was game worn. And like getting a mannequin and him sliding into a base. I have a couple Pete Rose autographed jerseys. One has got 12. He wrote down, hand wrote, not what stat jersey, but he actually wrote down his stats on the jersey itself. I got 3 Al Oliver jerseys autographed. I have some autographed baseballs. I'm going to start getting some autographed bats, maybe a few more bases. Just stuff like that for one room, like a baseball room. And then one thing I thought for racing, maybe get like an autographed tire and get that like inside, like a clear tube of some sort, and making a table. And like, so you're looking down on the table and there's this tire inside the table. So there'd be like a racing room. And then football, I've got oh boy, how many? I have Tom Osborne. I don't know if you've heard of him. I have a Washington Redskins Tom Osborne jersey for when he played. He played in 60 and 61 for the Redskins. I've got a jersey of that autographed. That's pretty cool. I got like a CFL Warren Moon jersey autograph, a bunch of autograph stuff, and then pucks and like game use jerseys. They're not autographed, but I can get some that are autographed. Yeah, so basically it'd be like a museum. Warren Moon CFL jersey. He played for the Edmonton Eskimos before he played in the NFL. I did say Moon, Warren Moon. I got that Warren Moon jersey, and it's authentic. It's either Beckett or JSA, whichever one. I got it for like, I think $40. There are so many autographed jerseys that you can pick up. I've seen some. What's the cheapest I paid? It was $10 for a Mike Rozier autographed jersey. Guy won the Heisman in 83, I think it was. Yeah, 83. And it's Beckett or just say it's sitting right here. What did I pay? No, I paid $12. And then I also in the same auction was a full-size autographed basketball of Steve Francis, and that I paid $10 for. All authenticated. Yeah, $12 for the jersey, $10 for the basketball. Full size. And the Moon jersey is the Nebraska Cornhuskers jersey. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, you can't. That's with shipping. So they were both from the same person. So it was with shipping. I'll just say $25 autographed jersey and autographed basketball. I don't care who it is that's worth it, even if it's somebody that just sits on the bench. It's just something cool to have, you know? Put that in there a little bit. There, now you can see Bill Mazeroski. But what I want to do is get at least a rookie card of everyone, if I can get an autographed rookie card of everyone on that. I have the Pete Rose. If I were to display this, it's just going to be the same Pete Rose because I don't know how many rookie cards of Pete Rose a person can afford. You know what I mean? Because I'm not rich. You saw that. I just picked one of those up the other day. Did you see the Pete Rose rookie and then that boxing card with the swastika? That thing is rare. I'll show that. Most people don't know about that boxing card. They stopped production almost immediately. Oh, you did see him? Okay. Here's a 63 team card autographed by Pete Rose. You know what gets me? That really should be his rookie. Because the Jeter rookie, he's got one where there's 4 different guys on the car, or 3. Yeah, well, it's him and 3 other guys. That's not considered a rookie, and that you can buy that for like $20. They're worthless. But then the next year he has one. His second year, thank you. His second year, mind you, he's on the card by himself, and they consider that the rookie card. Which is just, well, fine. If you're going to do it for one, then do it for all. Unless, of course, they don't, they don't have another card, then whatever. Now, there is actually a case of that where the guy is on one card while he's alive. But it's not considered a rookie card because it's more than one person on the card. His rookie card is like from 2000 something, right? Let me... Right here. Bill Barilko. This is a very sought-after card, right? That's Bill Barilko. He died shortly after this game. But his rookie card isn't until like 2006 or something like that. There's a game worn, or what is this? Piece of stick? Or is that jersey? It just says memorabilia. That looks like jersey. And that's a piece of leather, so probably a glove or something. 2 of those. Jay would get excited about that. Tampa Bay, oh boy, Toronto. Here's another Here's another neat Pete Rose. Pete Rose, Al Kaline, Reggie Jackson, Billy Williams. Quad 0-4. Two of 4. Doesn't really show up, but yeah. Need Austin Matthews, rookie auto. But the only way you can get is if you collect all of the shadow boxes, 16, 17 SPX, and Upper Deck E-Pack. That might even have to be the autographed shadow boxes. I think, though, the autographed shadow boxes, if you had all of them in E-Pack, you could get a McDavid autograph one. It might be the jerseys is the Matthews one. You like old hockey? From the 40s? Here, you may have seen this. This just happens to be right here. Watch this now. Rarely does this ever even get air on it. .45-46 Philadelphia Falcons team signed puck. The coach is a 1927 Art Ross winner. He's signed on here. So it's tough to find that. I mean, that's probably, you're probably not going to see another one of those. And I got some 40s football cards autographed. I do have 133 Gaudy. That is, I'm not sure if it was ECHL. I think it's ECHL now. And was Eastern Athletic League then, or Eastern Athletic Conference. It's minor league. But yeah, so I got some museum type plans for the place. Oh yeah, I would. Me personally, I would rather have 10 pucks like that than one McDavid rookie. It's just 'Cause I'm more about the history of stuff, which today is tomorrow's history. I understand that, but that stuff just doesn't interest me like stuff like this, you know. You got a 96-year-old guy's autograph. Pete Rose is 81. I'm sure some of these guys are dead. I mean, you can't, probably most of them, you can't duplicate this. These people do have another base. These guys, like Wade Boggs is on there. I'm thinking about picking that up also. They have another base with 30 signatures. Yeah, I'm thinking about picking that up. Now, one of the names they said on this did not, or that, no, hold on. Where's the, oh shit, that's on where I'm spinning it. The JSA sticker's on the bottom, but you've seen the letter. Hold on, I gotta set this down. Letter of authenticity. I mean, it's even got a notary. I only paid $300 for this base. Okay, Bill Mazeroski, Duke Snyder, Jim Palmer, Earl Weaver, notables. When some of these are Hall of Famers too. Pete Rose, Chuck Tanner, Joe Pepitone, Tom Teresh, Tommy Davis, Carl Erskine, Clem Labine, Maury Wills. The signature of Jason Giambi failed authentication. Okay. There are multiple inscriptions penned in an unknown hand. So let's just say that all the rest of these are even fake. A base with just those that are authenticated is worth more than that. So I would say if all of these are real, I would say the other ones are real too. Why would you go through all the trouble and then put fake signatures on it and sell it for $299? Buy it now. You wouldn't do that. So I'm guessing that they're all real. Right. And like I said, I mean, if you're a baseball player and somebody brings this in, you're going to sit down and look at this thing and be like, well, hey, when'd you get this guy to sign it, you know? Because this thing is, you can't duplicate this. And I know you'd be sitting there like, wow, cool. I'd be sitting there the same way. I don't care if I'm Nolan Ryan or Joe Blow in single A baseball, you know. But yeah, the other one is on eBay, $299. I mean, if you go after it, you know, I don't fault anybody. I wouldn't be mad. Heck. But it would be nice having all of them. I should talk to them and see if they just hold it for me. But I doubt they will. Because they have like 2 cheap Pro Set cards. And I said, could you wait a couple days on this auction? And I'll just pay for it all at once. And they're like, oh, well, no, we got to send this. I said, oh, never mind then. Yeah, I'm gonna attempt talking to him anyway. Had I not bought a generator, and that's actually still sitting on my porch. I probably shouldn't say that out loud. I don't think anybody knows where I live. I bought a generator when we had like that 60 below weather coming. Because I just, screw it. I want to be ready for it. Had I not bought that generator, I would have bought the other base as well. But the person's got to have that when it comes to like 60 below. Power goes out or electricity goes out. You got to have something. Thankfully, I didn't need it. Thank God I didn't need it. But if I were to turn around and take that generator back, I'm probably never going to be able to get another one like it for the price that I paid for it. So, got to keep that. Are you going live tonight? Oh, I know. Now, one thing you talk about life getting in the way. I don't know if you were really watching anybody breaking cards back in like the mid 2000s, but what was it 2007 or before? Dr. Wax Battle used to have a show on every Wednesday. And he got famous. He had a guy that opened up a box. I'm sure you've seen this. He opened up a box. I can't remember what it was called, but it was a Babe Ruth, Joe DiMaggio 1-of-1 dual autograph picture. It was like the picture and 2 cut signatures. And they got excited. Well, anyway, that video got really famous. And he started just doing a show. Well, the guy sold that picture, which I would not have done. I would never suggest anyone to sell something like that unless they absolutely needed it. He sold it so he could buy a woman a ring. I don't care if you love that person or whatever. You just sold some one-of-one piece of history for a little piece of metal. Well, yeah, Dr. Wax Battle, you can still find it on. I'll try to find a video. I will find a video later, and I'll put up a community post. And then it'll be that video, and you'll be able to see it. And you should be able to find it. He has... You may have bought from him the batter's box in Toms River, New Jersey. He does sell on eBay. I know that much. And they would do. Oh, God, there was one night, and I remember this because he was like, are you going to buy this? Are you going to buy this? And I should have bought it. I just didn't have the money. It was a box, like an 800 count box, if I remember right. 800 count or a 3,200 count of Eli Manning rookie cards with autographs, $150. That box right now is probably worth $1 million. I didn't have the money. I delivered papers. Yeah, $150. Because that's when everybody, Eli Manning, they're like, oh, big deal. Eli Manning, big deal. He sucks. Yeah. They had a big auction that one night. I think that live stream probably went for 10 hours, 9 hours, something like that. I mean, they were doing all this stuff long before anybody else was. You'd enjoy it, and the kids would enjoy it because they do things in there. They had like Jim Mint guy would come in dressed like a pirate, and I got this card, and stuff like it. It's just people hanging out, buying and selling cards, looking at cards. That's all they did. And I think it was like 2005 to 2007 because the Jeter Bush mantle was big around then. Do you know about that card? It's just a regular card of Derek Jeter, but they had George Bush in the stands and Mickey Mantle in the dugout. Somebody copy pasted them in at Topps. Yeah, that thing was huge, and it used to be in the quarter bin, and then somebody saw it, and then those cards started going for thousands of dollars, and now you can pick them up for like $20 or less. Yeah, just search Jeter Mantle Bush on eBay. All you got to do, and you'll find them. I think some of them are still listed for thousands of dollars. But back then, Topps was deliberately making errors like that, or cards like that, I should say, to get people interested. There was Alex Gordon. It was somebody for the Royals. And at the time, and this would have been like in 2008 or back around that time anyway. And I think those were like $15,000. Because there was, I think there was 10 of them that were made without a back. But yeah, it was deliberately, all those errors were deliberate. (2006) Topps Sterling Baseball was a huge one. Absolutely huge. It was neat. You'd have Sterling silver car. It was just amazing. But yeah, if you could pick up that, because there's the base version, there is a red version, there is a copper version, and a gold version. The copper is the rarest. The copper is to 56. The gold is to 2007. The red it's not numbered, but it's a short print. And then the base. And basically to tell the difference with the copper and gold is obvious. But the red, it's a black border card for the 2007 Topps. And there's 4 squares in each corner. And the red one has red squares in the corner. That's how you can tell the red. I pulled that I think I have the video on a VHS tape of me opening that box. And I know I have a VHS of me opening a box of 91 Fleer Ultra with the Favre rookie. We had satellite at the time, and I was opening it up, and ESPN, I had ESPN on because I wanted sports in the background, because it's a sports video, so you got to do that. And it started off with a Kevin Butler. I opened up the pack. They said Kevin Butler. Boom, Kevin Butler was the card that was right there. And several times, I paid $20 for that box. $20. I still have it. I still have all, because I would open it up and I'd look at the cards in the pack. I'd put it back in the pack and fold it up, put it back in the box. So everything in that box is still in that box except the Favre rookie. That's in a screw down. But everything is in there in the way that it came out. But what was cool about it was whatever I was watching at the time, they'd mention a name, boom, there was the card in the pack. And it's on. This took me like 3 or 4 hours to open that box because I'd look at every single card, and I still do. But I just thought that was hilarious. That box or that tape would be in a box of tapes of recorded of Raw and SmackDown. Because I recorded, I have every Raw, at least every Raw from like 2004 till 2007 or something like that on tape. And then when ECW came back out and SmackDown, and then some TNA. So like, you remember you used to be able to get like a 6-pack of video cassette tapes at Walmart for $10 or whatever it was. I went through one of those probably like every 2 weeks. With recording that, Cartoon Network, every Raw, even the Benoit one. Every Raw. In fact, there was a guy, on eBay, the channel was Replica, or not channel, but the store was Replica Wrestling Belts. I had the Chris Benoit and Eddie Guerrero. That's when they first started coming out with DVDs. I had the Chris Benoit one like 2 weeks before it was even in the stores. Same with the Eddie Guerrero. This guy had it was still legitimate copies. He had them. I never bothered asking who it was. I'd send him cash. He'd send me that stuff. But obviously he was somebody somewhere. Yeah, Benoit is my favorite, and I have my opinions. I don't think things are the way that people think they are. I think he, all I'm going to say is remember shortly thereafter, a bunch of people got busted for steroids in professional sports. So I just don't think that. I don't think he's dead. I don't think Nancy's dead. I don't think their kid is dead either. I think he says he got caught doing steroids. I think he blew a whistle on some people, and I think he's in witness protection. That's not me wanting to hopefully he's alive. Sure, of course, but that's just my belief. Because that was posted, all that stuff was posted on WWE's site before the show. They had time to make the show. Because remember, like a week later, they started investigating Barry Bonds and everybody else. And there was these doctors out of, what was it, California or Washington somewhere. And the son that was with them was a mentally handicapped son. So and the other son was like 14 or 15 years old. He wants to become a wrestler. And actually, he is a pro wrestler, not in the WWF. But, okay, so that son that's old enough, take care of himself and know better, is off with the grandparents. The one that would have to be taken care of was, right there. Okay. I just don't think that the personal opinion partially based on something that I've seen. I'm not saying I had any special privilege seeing anything, nothing like that. But there has been something that I have seen since then that makes me, solidifies my opinion anyway. I fully think he's alive. And I would assume his family members as well. I won't say what, but no, it's just, I'm not trying to get any views out of it. I fully believe he's alive. And my assumption is, and like I say, it's just an assumption, witness protection. There's too many things that point to him still being, it either being a murder or a staged event. There was a Chavo. Benoit had called him, and they were on the phone, and Benoit automatically started acting like somebody was coming in the door, and you could hear somebody coming in the door. At least that's Chavo's words. Chavo's words. I didn't hear anything. Hear the phone call. And then Dean Malenko, he was a good friend of Chris's. He, in my opinion, and maybe fact, put the Wikipedia post up before the show. The Wikipedia post was up at like 7 a.m, and the show was supposedly nobody knew about it until that night. But the Wikipedia post was up in the morning. So how does that happen? And it came from Stamford, Connecticut. So the only person there that would be close would be Dean Malenko. So you have at least 12 hours previous knowledge of a murder, supposed murder, suicide. There's time enough for a company that's all about making things up to make things up. Granted, they're professionals, but how do you have a full broadcast about one person? No, that's just my opinion. Him and his family are alive and well in witness protection. There could be a million people to say I'm wrong, and they could be right, but that's just my opinion. But yeah, that DVD set, though, is awesome. And I'll tell you another one that really got screwed over. Muhammad Hassan. You remember him? That's right, and they're also entitled to mine because mine is always right. Well, Muhammad Hassan, this was back while I was still alive. He was the one that would come out. The music would go, "My name is Muhammad Hassan." Or no, not the music, but he would say that. It would be like the, you know how Islamic music is. And then he would come out and he'd get on the microphone. "My name is Muhammad Hassan, and I'm an Arab American." And everybody would just boo. He had more heat than the Iron Sheik. He was a great wrestler. Well, there was, what was it? I think it was July 7th, 2007. Or September 7th, 2007. Somewhere around then, there was a bombing, a subway bombing over in the UK. Well, that same time, they did a program where he had people come out dressed in hoods or in masks, and they like took the Undertaker away from the stage. Because this guy, he beat everybody. He's a great wrestler. He had the look, everything, you know? And he got fired because of public pressure. And he came out. I'll get you a look. Well, shit. Look up Muhammad Hassan speech. He comes out on TV before he was done, and he just tore into the media because was it USA Today, I think it was, or New York Times? They were like, Muhammad Hassan had Arabs in ski masks come out and pretend to take away somebody on the same day that there was a terrorist attack. And they made this big, huge deal about it. And WWE had to fire him. Otherwise, what was it, USA or CW, whichever it was, it might have been CW, they were going to take that show off the air. So McMahon had to fire him. And here's the thing. This Muhammad Hassan, his real name is Mark Copani, and he's an Italian guy. Sean Davari was his manager. Sean Davari saved people's lives on a New York subway. There was a guy that was going around and he was stabbing people or was going to stab people. Davari fought the guy, held the guy down, and saved all these other people from being stabbed by somebody that was going to do a terrorist attack. Yeah, he was an Italian guy. The Sean Davari, he's Arabic, but so what? He's from here. They're Americans. Americans. they played their part so well that Kopani Hassan what had to be fired. Davari, who's a hero, they were going to fire him. He saved people's lives on the subway from a knife-wielding maniac. Oh, the media. Oh, I hate certain forms of media. I hate. Brian's basketballs. Hey, how's it going? Oh, we're just talking about wrestling and politics. Battery's running out. Let me turn this on real quick. I don't know if you've seen this, Brian. You're gonna toot in the pants when you see this thing if you haven't seen it already. Look at this. Look at that. Yeah. Pete Rose, Maury Wills, Duke Snyder, Preacher Rowe, Carl Erskine. He's 96. He's still alive and kicking. I got his autograph rookie on the way. Bill Mazeroski. This is all, JSA authenticated. Crisco, how's it going? Here's the JSA letter of authenticity. They say not all of them are authentic, or Giambi failed authentication and others didn't. They're in an unknown hand. Well, you got, if you're a pro athlete and somebody hands you this, you're going to take your time. Yeah, Preacher Rowe, Nellie Bryles, Tommy Davis, NL batting champ, 62-63. Well, this was a sign. How much do you think I paid for this thing? And Bill Mazeroski, Duke Snyder, Jim Palmer, Earl Weaver, Pete Rose, Chuck Tanner, Joe Pepitone, Tom Tresh, Tommy Davis, Carl Erskine, Clem Labine, Maury Wills. $80. We need to shop at Brian's place if he's asking $80 for. Brian, you need to get in the memorabilia business. No, this was only $2.99. I'd pay $299 for this all day long. Oh, you guys, I don't know if you know or are familiar with Crisco. Brian, be sure to share Crisco and Callie's channels out. Share everybody. Everybody share everybody. Oh, I just bought it the other day. But yeah, base signed by 30 people in the Hall of Fame. I'll, easily $300. Easily, every day. So who's going to win the Super Bowl? I'm saying Chiefs because I want Henny to win. Hopefully Henny plays. If Henny don't play, then I don't care. Let's do a vintage basketball since Brian's in here. What do we got? Actually, hold on, Brian. Here's something I picked up. Do basketball. Let's do a basketball. Mail Day from Vero Beach, Florida. Gonna make Brian sweat this one out a little bit. Gotta see this first. Since he's an Oklahoman, we gotta see a Husker. Oh boy, they didn't fold it right. But anyway, this is Mike Rozier autographed jersey. It's JSA, JSA authenticated. Inscripted Heisman 83. I'm sure Brian knows who that is. They didn't pack it right where you can see the name, but that's who it is. And I paid $12 for that. I paid $10 for this. This is authenticated as well. Oh, they're showing up just right. Full-size basketball autographed by Steve Francis. There's the JSA sticker. $10. So those two things, $25. $25 right there. You can't beat that. I mean, that's you've seen the Oklahoma, or the not the Oklahoma. Oh yeah, and even if he was a guy sitting on the bench, that's still worth way more than $10. Now where's my here it is. These up from Brandenburg, Kentucky. (1970) Tom Van Arsdale. I'm trying to get every one of the Tom and Dick Van Arsdale, and I want to get all their jerseys too. I just think it's a cool thing, you know, when you get the brothers in there. Same with like the Sedins and hockey. Got a 72 Dave Cowens. These are all $1. And 74 Don Nelson. Yeah, I mean, it'd be cool, you know, you get like every team that they played on. And you get all the cards. It'd just be a cool museum piece. Like Callie and I were talking about it just a minute ago. I'm going to turn my place basically into a museum. Sports cards and memorabilia and things like that. Picked up that recently. Autographed Pete Rose jerseys. Al Oliver autographed jerseys. Dale Curry. Hold on, I got to mute this. 1 second. I'll be right back. Don't take off. All right, I'm back. Sorry about that. Oh, thank you. Thank you. Hopefully, monetization this year. I don't know. I'm going to have to hit the live streams for that, though. Because the shorts ain't going to do it unless I do something awesome, because you got to have 10 million views on shorts in 90 days. I could think of things you could do for a small channel to get those kind of views, but I like to keep things legal. That's just craziness. And since I ain't Dolly Parton, I ain't getting that short view deal. Now you got some cool stuff, this cool basketball stuff, so you might hit that. I could see it. But we'll get that monetization going. You know, even if it takes all year to make enough to get a can of beer, I made that money talking to get people I get along with and opening cards. So how can you go wrong, right? You can't beat it. But they should. For all the millions of channels that are getting ads on them, like I've been getting ads on my channels for a couple years, and I ain't got a cent. Somebody's making that money. We should get a little bit of it. Because surely I've made somebody enough to get a case of beer or a steak dinner or something. Every single one of us has. Just saying, YouTube, feed us. We've made you that money. Because you got what? You got like 10, 20 people in your streams all the time, don't you? You certainly do enough to get something. I don't necessarily, because I don't really do live streams, but people that are doing live streams and getting to people on YouTube and hanging out on YouTube, they're the ones that are making everybody money. Typically, I'm in bed already. Otherwise, I'd be in the streams. Because I started a government job, and as much as I get along with people, I got to go to bed first so I can keep that job. And if I can catch you on the weekends, I'll catch you on the weekends. It's just, yeah, usually by 7 o'clock, I try to get in bed. So, I mean, that's why I don't show up. It's not like I ain't watching people. I got to get in bed because I got to keep my job. How's your winter been? You had any of that brutal 100 below? Well, they had it the other day, 100 below. Good. Hey, we shot down that balloon earlier. Did you see that? We shot it down off the coast of Carolina. We shot one of them down anyway. They did find another one today too, though, supposedly. Were I president, and if possible, I would say, let's live stream, let's video the whole damn thing, go up there, capture the balloon, get all the information, or all the electronics, whatever spy gadgetry they got going on. Let's capture it. Let's look at it all in the open for everybody to see, because I mean, if they're full, right. It came over here. With the time it was flying over Nebraska, or what I assume was Nebraska, because they wouldn't tell you exactly where, but it was central U.S., which is Nebraska, since we have a huge nuclear field. Yeah. I'd have filmed it. I'd have hopped in the vehicle from the state, and I would have drove all along damn road filming the thing. But yeah, you capture that thing, put it out in the open, because China originally denied it. Well, okay, we've just got your thing. They came out and admitted it, but okay, we've got this. You want to spy on us? Let's all look at what you got, and we'll just open up all their technology, put it right there, put it on the TV, put it on the internet. Call them out. Oh, I hope so. I know I sure would have been. But no, I'm talking like go up there and whatever high altitude aircraft that there you got, capture the damn thing. Film the whole process. Bring it down to base. Who cares if somebody sees where you land? Everybody can look on Google Earth anyway and drive right up the road to your base. Oh, yeah. They'll take it down to base in Oklahoma. Brian will be in the background. Be able to see Brian because he's got the basketball on the hat. Brian's in the background sharing. Hell yeah. And you'll get the Army so worked up, they'll paint the balloon like a basketball. Oh, but and then I'll think about that too. We go crazy about game used cards and things like that. Let's make a spy used balloon card. Here's a little piece, because a balloon was the size of 3 buses supposedly. Cut up a little. Yeah. Let's cut a little piece of that ball, put it in a card. Authentic Chinese, Chinese spy balloon. People would be paying $100 or $1,000 just for those cards. If it was 100, I'd fork out 100 for it. Why not? You gotta make these people look like an ass. Well, yeah. But I mean, you got to make these people look like an ass. And I'm sorry, but there were so many people that were ready to run outside with their rifles that they would buy that piece of paper with a piece of balloon in it. Why wouldn't you? And in the process, you're making fun of China. They can't do anything about it because they're in the wrong. And you're just publicly humiliating them like you should, because they're the ones trying to look in our toilets. You know what I mean? Have some fun with it. Same with rootin' tootin' bombing Putin. You know what I mean? Some pork and beans, you're rootin' tootin', dropping bombs like Vladimir Putin. NATO is his constipation. That's why he invaded an entire nation. I made a song with that in it, and I don't think it's got more than 40 views. But I think it's great. Blame it on a neo-Nazi. You can roll in fives. Queen comes Yahtzee. Oh, excuse me. America's feeling good tonight. Yeah, hair cards. Do you remember Ginter hair cards of Kennedy going for like $20,000? I'm only on my third can. You can get Kennedy and Jacqueline Kennedy hair cards $300 now. They're not Ginter, they're bar, but you can find them. I thought about doing it just to throw it in the face of the people that paid $200 for it. Or 20,000, I mean, 200. What time is it? Got Oakland Craig 14, North Bend Central 24. Girls high school basketball's on TV. That's actually pretty good. That's in the first quarter. That's very good for a girls basketball game. Maybe this is state. I don't know. I'm not a. No, it's from Nebraska. I'm in Nebraska. See, North Bend is a town of probably about 200 people. Oakland Craig is two towns of about 200 people or less. Yeah, I don't have satellite or cable. I just have whatever the antenna picks up. So I pretty much just get nothing but high school sports, or sometimes I get soccer on the Mexican channel, and every so often there'll be like a pro game on CBS. I filmed one of these. There was a girl. She's obviously very good at what she does. She was sitting there and she's spinning the basketball. They had an interview for like 5 minutes, and I'm sitting there and just watching, and she's spinning the basketball the whole time. She's just standing there in the background. Oh, so I was like, well, fuck it. I should have filmed this. So I grabbed the phone. It comes back on, and they're talking, and she's back there. Boom, boom, boom. She's spinning the basketball, and I filmed it, but I think it's got like 50 views or something like that. It deserves more, because she probably sits at night and does nothing but spin a basketball on her finger. What number did I use? What do you mean number? Oh, I don't use hashtags. I usually get, well, let's see. This month I've had like 50,000 views almost. I've had between 40 and 50,000 views this month. Well, actually, last month it turned over to February, but that's about what I get. Yeah, yeah. I don't get any views on my videos. I don't get any views at all. I think the only video that I have that really has a decent amount of views, and that's only like 300, 400, something like that, maybe 700. The 1969 basketball set that I got. And then below that is the bucket of maggots. Because I've got one where it's like, don't watch this if you're afraid of maggots. And it's just a bucket of maggots. I showed that for like, I don't know, probably not even a minute. I should turn it into a short. But yeah, my videos don't do any good. It's my shorts. I've had videos under 30,000. I want to say like 25, 26,000. It's my highest view for shorts. And then I get some that are just like nothing. But typically I get around 1,000 or more for shorts. Oh, that was halftime, 14-24. Okay. That's not so good then. Yeah, last year I had I think I had like 250,000, 200 or 250,000, 200, something like that. Shorts. Okay, here you go. Hold on. 1,279, 139 into high school for North Bend. Oakland Craig. That's two towns. Population 1,369, enrollment 102. So it's not any big high school anything. But, you know. And now that, they're showing highlights. Okay, I was going to say, I thought they started it over. The other day I posted a video. They had the one guy on Columbus. Columbus, this is near where I'm at. I think he threw like 4 or 5 gutter balls in a row, and Columbus won. She's only looks like there might be of them over 6 foot. Maybe 4 of them. Dames should be short anyway. Here, look at the attendance. There's the attendance, state basketball. That looks more that way. Smile, you're famous on YouTube. Those must be new bleachers. They got a butt groove worn in them. Well, it's good seeing you. Actually, I should eat something too. I'm going to cut the stream. Jay said stop around sports something 24/7. I think he's doing a giveaway tonight. They're so empty, those bleachers. State basketball. Basketball is not popular in Nebraska at all. really isn't. But yeah, thanks for stopping in. Thanks everyone for stopping in. 2-hour stream. That's pretty good. 7 thumbs up. Thanks everyone. Everyone be sure to check everybody out and have a good night. I might be on later. Check out Brian Basketballs tonight. And thank you.